the issue that always seems to come up is the complaining. You choose that. There have been women who have divested into other races, and they thought, oh, because they had bad relationships with black men.
The notion that black women think white men are better is as provocative as it is complex. While this phrase oversimplifies the lived realities of black women and their relationship choices, it is rooted in deep-seated social, historical, and cultural dynamics that merit careful examination rather than snap judgment.
And as I mentioned before, if all these white men were treating white women so good, as she described or alluded to in her video, feminism would have never happened.
Historically, relationships between black women and white men were fraught with power imbalances and the legacy of slavery and segregation.
That, oh, all black men are just horrible, so let me just go over and try to date outside my race because they assume it's better, and then they get over there and they realize it's really not much better. It's actually, in some cases, worse.
So I've always had a preference for white guys.
The very idea of black women freely choosing white partners challenges centuries-old taboos and stirs anxieties on all sides.
So history alone disagrees with that assessment. Because feminism was all about white women being discontented with their position in society. They wanted more power, they wanted more wealth, they wanted more agency because they were not happy with their relationship with men and their relationship in that society. So again, what she's saying, it may make sense emotionally based upon the different stuff we've heard on social media, but it is ahistorical.
Media and popular culture have often failed to celebrate black women as ideal romantic partners.
But we got to start using those brains and those educations and degrees and, you know, that intuition to tell you that, and just common sense to tell you that it's not about the race of the person. I've said this 1,000 times, and it should be common knowledge at this point. It's not about the race of a person. It's the type of people that you choose. There's a certain mentality or type of, or your type that you'll keep picking no matter what the race of the person is.
Like, when I get so many black guys in my messages, it's mostly black guys, but I really just want to put on my profile, like, I just prefer white guys. And I did that one time, but I feel so weird saying that out loud. Like, people will judge me for that and I guess think that I'm like racist, but I'm not. It's just what I prefer. And I don't see what is so wrong with that. Like, why does it have to be something that like people need to get shamed for? That we have, you know, like a preference for a certain race. That's just the way I've always been.
While upholding white men as symbols of status and desirability, for some black women, dating white men may be perceived as a pathway to improved social acceptance or opportunities.
Like, what's going on? There's like nothing wrong with dating outside your race, but this white boy obsession, specifically within black women, like, oh, does he like black girls? Does he like black girls? It just feels a little bit regressive, I'm not gonna lie. Like, date who you want, but...
Demographic realities. In the U.S., there are statistically fewer black men than black women, leading many to consider partners outside their race. This is not necessarily about believing one group is better, but about expanding the pool of potential partners for genuine connection.
So I've just always been like that. And then my very first like puppy love was this little white boy in my elementary class when I was like 6 or 7. And he showed up at my birthday party and he kissed me on my cheek. Yeah, he's married now. It's kind of weird to say, but yeah, he's married now. So he was like my first puppy love. That was so sweet.
Oftentimes what happens is that we had bad or failed experiences in the black community, and then we want to take those broken pieces of ourselves and then bring it into the white community without first being self-reflective. If you can literally say an entire people group, an entire race of men is better than another race, that means you probably don't know them.
The choice to date interracially, especially for black women, is often burdened with societal scrutiny from multiple directions. Interracial couples, specifically black women with white men, face probing questions, community skepticism, and accusations of internalized bias or selling out. Yet, research and first-person accounts reveal that for many, such choices are less about hierarchy and more about seeking understanding, respect, and shared values.
As I mentioned before, if white men were treating all of their women like queens, then feminism would not have been started. Feminism literally started by white women who were unhappy with their position in society. They wanted more power, they wanted more access to wealth, they wanted more agency.
I don't really see anything wrong with this. Like, if someone has a preference for a certain race.
No, because I like white men and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it because I'm not what they... But I like him. I've always liked them.
Internal dialogue and external judgment. Black women in relationships with white men may wrestle with their own thoughts about identity, tradition, and belonging, even as they handle opinions from friends, family, and the broader community. Mutual respect and love. Healthy interracial relationships thrive not on idealization, but honest communication and respect.
Only about 1% of white men in the United States of America have a black wife. I'm not talking about a girlfriend. I'm not talking about a side piece. I'm talking about wife, married, shared assets, all of that.
The best unions are built on recognizing unique experiences, rather than fetishizing or idolizing one another. Framing interracial dating as a sign that black women think white men are better erases individual agency and diversity of experience. Many black women who date white men do so for the same reasons anyone else seeks a partner: love, compatibility, kindness, and personal growth, not because of an inherent belief in white male superiority. Ultimately, every relationship should be seen in its full context. Shaped by society, yes, but defined by the individuals involved. The true challenge is dismantling the myths and pressures that force people to justify or apologize for who they love, instead of supporting healthy, respectful unions in all their forms.
You're going to find good black men out there, bad black men out there, good white men out there, bad white men out there. It's not about the race of men. And I think a lot of times when black women start to pedestalize one group of men and overlook another group of men, we're not dealing with the root issue. Water seeks its own level. And if you're going from relationship and relationship and getting the same result, if you're the common denominator, it might be that there's something inside of you. Maybe there's some unhealed issues. Maybe there's some emotional trauma, some different things that need to be dealt with internally.
The idea that black women prefer white men because they are better is a misleading oversimplification. Relationship choices are deeply personal and influenced by many factors beyond race, including love, respect, and shared values. It's important to move beyond stereotypes and honor each individual's right to choose their partner without judgment or assumptions. Celebrating healthy, genuine relationships regardless of background helps build understanding and unity.
Because if we don't become self-reflective and if we don't actually deal with some of the different issues that are actually impacting our relationships and impacting us, then whether we date somebody in our race or outside of our race, we're going to continue to recreate those same toxic scenarios. It's not about the race of the man. A lot of times it's about the character. If you have good character, you will attract good character. We want to get out of just praising a particular race and overlooking the other because it does not get to the root issue.